Hello, nice seeing you again. Yes, still under lockdown, October 21st, 2020. And yes, COVID has changed so many things for everybody on this planet. There has been obviously bad things, but there has been good ones too. And one good one for me, out of the many, I have experienced good changes in my life, is YouTube. And not that I did not know YouTube before, I did, but I discovered a new dimension of YouTube. So before COVID, my source of entertainment was Netflix. And I mean, my day was filled with schedules and tight deadlines and like running around and commuting to work and going to the gym and going for the groceries. So it was a very tight schedule. And so at the end of the day was to wind down, to watch TV, to just enjoy it in a very passive manner. It was more like not much thinking, not much reasoning or anything, just enjoying what I was watching. But with COVID, I had to find some kind of interest, something that to replace not being able to go to the gym or many other things that we cannot do under COVID. So I decided to go for photography. And it was something that I wanted for the longest time. And now I had this opportunity. So my first impulse was to go to YouTube. Because what I did before COVID, the use I had for YouTube was to look for a recipe or to find out about a gadget that I wanted to buy, the reviews, or a funny video. And but that was my first impulse, right? Now that I wanted to get into photography, well, I said to myself, I have to get educated. So I don't even know where to start. So I'm just gonna punch in their subjects and see and slowly build up my knowledge. And it was about knowing about cameras, knowing about what they can do. I mean, the semi-professional ones, I obviously my phone, and I have a little travel one, but I wanted to know about the more featured ones. And so I just kept watching one video after another and a little bit about the capabilities of one camera and comparing cameras and what they can produce as videos and as photography. Then the gadgets that you can use with those cameras, and then find out also what I wanted to do with the camera. And so it was quite a learning curve. But so one thing led to the other, and so I started watching these channels about cameras, and then they led me to filming, and then it led me to people that film and travel, and then I ended up with psychology and self-improvement, and it was such a nice experience because it's as if the world opened for me. And it is such a paradox, because when we were able to go out like physically free, we would have all this running around, all this rat race, and I felt my world was small. It was like very limited, very narrow, but like very a routine. And now that I'm physically constrained to be at home, all of a sudden the world feels bigger. So it was a very nice experience. It makes me feel happier, honestly. So, but I'm not here to talk about my experience. I'm here because what I want to share with you is that I find that it's such YouTube is such a fair playground. It's like on one side, everybody can use it. You just have to put the right search words, and one thing is gonna, like, the algorithm, the YouTube algorithm is very smart into feeding you with related subject. It's not gonna nail it every time, but it's gonna build up your profile, and then you're also gonna find out the channels that you do prefer, right? The creators you do prefer, and then those are gonna pull those that are related, those that are similar. So you're customizing your own need, and that is great. Netflix cannot do that for us, right? And so for the user, and then for the creator, also again, it's such a fair place to enter, because all what you need is a camera to have an idea of what you want to share and to produce good content, and then you're going to be successful. And well, you can also use it to support your small business as well. So, and you don't need much to enter, right? There's not a barrier to enter, really. While Netflix, I mean, they're all big players, they're all big companies. So there is no way that any little person like me can get into Netflix. So it makes it such a fair competition. And because of that, we are going to be able to share so much knowledge that otherwise is trapped into people's heads. Because, I mean, think about it. Like, all these people in the world, every single person has so much knowledge in their head, and we're not able to share it otherwise. We can only share it with the people that are close to us, and in our society, the only way to exchange what we can give is through a job. And that job is like a very little job description compared to what we are able to do or interested in doing. And so YouTube gives us this opportunity. And I don't think that any other social media is able to accomplish this. Because honestly, Facebook, I'm personally not in Facebook. I find that it's more about the competition. It's about who is better, who has more. It's not about making people feel better, really. So I find that YouTube addresses that better. And now another thing that I realize here is that there's something missing, and maybe I'm not looking at the right videos, maybe I have not reached the right videos, but what I'm seeing is that we're missing both ends of the spectrum. So we have the videos for children that I'm finding that it's more about games and toys and funny videos, and while we're not giving them the tools to learn when they're in the right age to learn. And then we have seniors at the other end of the spectrum, and I have not seen videos for either made by seniors or targeted for seniors, and it would be so nice to see them do them, because they are real, right? And they have the time, they have the financial resources, and they have the time to be interested. So I think we're missing a big group of our society that we cannot. Again, is both sides, right? Is the user and the creator. So as users, we're missing that niche, and as creators, they can provide us so much knowledge, so much experience, and it would enrich our society, because then this platform is not going to be the entry to this platform where we all can interact. It's not limited by our age, it's not limited by how much money we have, it's not limited by anything. And it would just make it a place where we can become a better planet. So that's what I wanted to share with you today, and I hope to see you next time.